It's 6:30 a.m. and I have around 10-15ish minutes to record this video. Let's get right into it. All right, guys. So as you know, on this channel, I've been doing a lot of drawing content, sculpture content, doing a lot of art critiques, sharing a lot of interesting artists out there that I have on social media. But rarely on this channel have I talked about one art form that I really enjoy, and that is photography. So today I thought it'd be fun to go through my camera collection. If you are in photography, if you've ever done any kind of photography, then you know you have this addiction. It is an awful addiction. You buy a camera, then maybe your friend gives you a camera, and then you were like, oh, I need to buy another camera, and then you find a camera, and then pretty soon you have like 8 or 9 cameras, a lot of which you rarely use. Now, I quite don't have that many. I do have a lot of cameras, way more than I need, but all my cameras are a little bit different, which is pretty cool, and I do use a lot of them. I think there's like 2 in here, or 3, that I really don't use that often. But yeah, this is my camera tour. All right, let's not waste any time. First up, I have my very first ever camera, and that is the Nikon D3500. I was forced to buy this camera for a college course, and yeah, this is a Nikon camera, which is pretty hilarious if you know any of the memes out there. But it has a built-in flash. I mean, this thing just pops up, kind of like, it does one of these. It's not charged, so it's not gonna do that. But this thing still works. It has a variable zoom, 18 to 55, with a 3.5 to 5.6 aperture. Love this camera. This camera's been through a lot. You see, like, the battery door is broken, the SD card door is broken. I mean, this camera's seen everything. It's been through college parties, ragers, it's been in the crowd, it's dropped. I really put this thing through hell, and it held up beautifully. Again, still works. My portfolio was pretty much built on the back of this camera and this lens. It takes video. Is the quality good on the video? No, it isn't. I haven't even tried, honestly. I think it takes like 720p or something dumb like that. But again, super cool camera, and I actually forgot how much I enjoyed a wide-angle lens and how much I actually used a wide-angle lens until I went back and like looked at the photos that I took with this thing. I'll be showing you guys photos on here, but highly recommend if you're just starting out. You can get better ones now for the same price as I bought this. I think I bought this around like 300, 400 bucks. But if you're just starting out photography, one of these things is pretty awesome. Detachable lens, built-in flash, controls, like full manual controls over here. That's really all you need. And I always shot manual on this, and I upgraded because I pretty much had to. When the workload and the work requirements exceed that of the camera's capabilities, that's the time when you have to upgrade. But until that happens, your camera does just fine. So this was the first camera I ever bought. All right, next camera. This camera means a lot to me. It was my dad's camera when he was young, and I kind of stole it from him, but he knows I have it. And this was the first film camera that I ever used. And as you can see behind me, I've shot a lot of film. The majority of the photography I shoot now is on film. If I can get away with it, I'm shooting it on film. For clients, doesn't matter who. And that is a Canon F1. This thing is built like an A1 Abrams tank. It is heavy. It is like full metal. Ow, that really hurt. And it has, without a doubt, the greatest shutter sound that there ever is. I mean, listen to this thing. That is the most beautiful shutter sound. It's so snappy, it's so clicky. It's the most satisfying thing ever, and I think that sound alone is the reason I've shot all the film I have shot, which is not good because film is expensive, and I am losing all my money. But anyhow, yeah, a lot of sentimental value with this camera. Again, it was my dad's. This camera's older than me, and it still works like a charm. It's only failed me once, and it like ate a roll. But other than that, just insane. You can put this thing through the ringer. It has a 50 f1.4 lens, which is actually my favorite lens to shoot outside of film as well. And it's this lens. It's not the newer 50 f1.4s, but yeah, I have a mount for this lens that I can attach to this camera that I'll be talking about later on. But absolutely love this thing. Some of my favorite photos were taken on this camera, and the coolest thing about it is that it has like a detachable viewfinder. So if you are shooting at a low angle, you can like look through this awesome prism thing and then see the photo through here and snap it away. And then look how weird that looks. The mirror's right there, and then you can just reattach that on like that. Insane. Yeah, love the camera. Love this camera. Up next, the next camera I got is the weirdest camera that I have, and it is the camera that I've shot the least. I've shot one roll on this thing, and it didn't turn out well. The roll got completely destroyed, but it is the Nikonos. I don't know which one this is, but this is another film camera, and this thing is super weird. It has like these arms that do this, saying hi to you. It kind of looks like a person. And this was designed for scuba diving and underwater photography. Two things that I almost never do. This was given by my beast of a friend, Dr. Leah. Leah is a boxer, ringside physician, absolutely awesome person. And she gave me this camera because she wasn't really using it, and I think it was her brother's. When I first got this thing, I had no idea what it was. I didn't know how to open it, but essentially to load the film into this camera, you have to use these little arms and put them here and then like push up. It's not doing it, but you get the idea. And then this comes out and then you load the film. Everything about this camera is weird. That wasn't supposed to happen. But you focus with these things, with these knobs right here. You shoot with this. Like, this is the shutter. You bring this back, which locks it, and then bam, you just took a photo. You just took another one. And another one. Again, everything in this camera is backwards. Again, I shot one roll of it, and I didn't know how to rewind the film. So I had to like lock myself in the hotel bathroom, manually get the roll out, and the roll got ruined in the process. So I don't know if I'm gonna be shooting more with this. I hope I will. I just need to find the right situation. I need to go swimming. I need to go to the beach. I live in California. So I don't want to go alone. I need a model. And when that happens, I'll probably take this camera out and shoot another roll with it. Figure out how to rewind the film so that I don't ruin a roll. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll definitely shoot with this in the future. I just need the right moment. All right. After that, it's another camera that I bought. And this was the first point and shoot film camera that I ever bought, and that is the Ektar H35N point and shoot film camera. It's kind of like an old school disposable, one of those things where you twist and then bam, snap the photo, built in flash. What's cool about this camera is that it is a half frame film camera. So a normal film roll, you get 36 shots in it. Because this is half frame, it uses the 36 shots twice. So you have 72 photos per roll of film in here. Now you do lose quality because it's cutting the shot in half, but honestly with film is grainy anyway, you barely even notice if the lighting is correct. What I use for this is mostly 400 speed film. I find it works best. It also has a built-in flash, so when it gets dark, it can be pretty versatile, and it's pretty pocketable. It's a little thick, but you can make it work. I mean, I wear mostly fitted jeans, and I can kind of make it work. It looks a bit bulky, but you can deal with it. You can definitely put it in like a jacket pocket. But again, I love the photos I get off this thing. Yeah, it was super cheap. I think it was like 40 bucks or something. Really, really cool. If you're like a college kid and go to the clubs and bars and stuff, this could be an option. All right. Up next, these next two cameras were both given to me by my uncle. He just wasn't using them, and he gave them to me. And the first one is like a Sony Digi Cybershot. I love how you turn this thing on. You just do that. It's so tactile and so satisfying. Bam, 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 bam. Love it. Shot with this once. Camera quality is honestly, but it looks kind of nostalgic. The SD card for it is super weird, but again, I found an adapter on Amazon, as all things do. I think I actually made a video about this on this channel. Go watch it. It's the quest for me to find an adapter for this camera, and then I show you the photos at the end. So go watch that video if you want to know more about this camera. But again, really cool, really satisfying. It's like a shotgun. I love it. And then the next camera, SBO 90MC. Point and shoot film camera, built-in flash. This one's automatic, And this turn on is honestly cooler than the other one. Bam. Oh wow. Come on. How cool is that? Right? And then watch this. Hold on. Look at that zoom. Isn't that zoom crazy? I think it goes from 35 to 90 with that zoom. So you have a ton of reach with this point and shoot. Built-in flash makes up for all that distance as well. So really powerful flash on this. And then again, super pocketable. It has a wrist strap. It also came with like a waist strap as well that you can like put on your belt. But really, really cool camera. This is probably my everyday carry for my film cameras if I'm not carrying the Canon, but absolutely love this thing. And yeah, I'm gonna be using this as long as it works, and probably gonna be buying another one once this one breaks. All right, and then the main camera, the camera I use the most is my Sony A7C. That's the one recording right now. I have the first one, I don't have the second one, and the reasons I bought the camera was because it was the smallest full frame mirrorless photo hybrid video camera that I could get. The price point was decent. It wasn't great. When you go to the mirrorless world, it's gonna be way more expensive than what you're used to, but I was down for it. Camera's an absolute workhorse. I took it to clubs. It did great. It does great in low light. Don't even need to use a flash. And I bought it mainly because of its size, because it's so portable, it's so small. When I did nightlife photography, I did a lot of intimate, public intimacy moments, and I didn't want like a big, bulky camera with like this powerful flash to stand out, ruin candid shots. So that's kind of why I went for the camera. I love the silver on it. Reminds me of my old school film cameras, which is great. And I have a 35 f1.4 G Master on there. Insane lens. Personally, I wish I had something either a little bit more of a wide angle or a little bit tighter. I do prefer the 50, and on this camera, my favorite combo is honestly getting the lens of the Canon F1, using an adapter, and then putting it on this Sony camera. I'm using a Canon film lens that is older than me on a Sony mirrorless full frame camera. If there's a camera hell, I'm probably going there for doing this, but I love the results it gets. I get this weird, like dreamy look, which fit perfectly with my nightlife shots. And yeah, on the video, I mainly honestly use this camera for the video as well. I get 4K 24. I also get 8-bit colors, which is just fine for me. It does everything I need it to do. And if in the future there's a workload that this camera can't handle, again, that'll be the time to upgrade. But for now, and for a couple more years, I think this camera's gonna be working just amazing. I mean, again, it does everything I need it to do, and that is what's most important when it comes to any tool in the arts, whether it be your pen, your pencil, your camera, anything like that. But again, love this thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all my cameras. Again, I'm gonna be putting sample photos up for each one of those. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what cameras you guys have, what you think of my collection. Again, it's not that big, but again, photography is only one of the things that I love and that I'm into. So this collection is gonna be growing a lot with more money. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I have a ton more ideas planned up, and new sculpture. One of the videos that's coming up is gonna be about this bad boy. So stay tuned, but have a great day. Bye.